Hey everyone, in this tutorial we're going to be teaching you how to create an online store, otherwise known as an e-commerce website, and we're going to be taking it step by step. People often pay $5,000 to $8,000 for this kind of thing, but you won't need to if you just follow along with us here.
In the time it takes you to follow along, you'll know everything you need to know about setting up your own online store, including accepting payments from your customers. We'll take you through everything step by step. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask via the comments below, and we will be happy to get back to you with an answer. And please give this video a thumbs up rating if you value what I teach. I'll take you through some of the features very quickly. I'll show you how to implement a drop-down menu where you can separate things by category. I'll show you how to set up your homepage, a nice header image, add some featured products. We'll show you how to add your products to your pages, add nice sidebar area with a cart, with a shopping cart, so customers can easily see their shopping cart, view, and check out at any time. Let's go into a couple of products just to give you a demo. So here's one example. This is what a product page looks like. I'll show you how to enter a normal price plus a sale price, which gives you this icon here. And also check out this piece of functionality. When a customer selects a different color or different variation of your product, the image adjusts accordingly. And I'll give you another demo of that functionality. So say this cashmere jumper, a customer can choose sizes and choose a color. And based on the variation, the image will change. I'll also show you how to set up this featured image area, so customers can browse through all of your product images. It looks very, very professional, as you can see. They can select the quantity they want to add to cart and add to cart. They can then view their cart and check out. I will show you how to accept payments, apply coupons, and also set up your shipping. And most importantly, I'm going to show you how to accept payments from your customers. And I will actually give you a live example of a payment being submitted through the online store that I set up through this tutorial, so you will be able to do the same thing. If you want to see that, skip to the accepting payments section of this video and you'll be able to see how it all works. Plus, this particular design does not cost you a thing. It's something that you would normally pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to a web developer to develop for you. I really urge you to go out and get quotes, because you'll see how much it actually costs to get this stuff set up if you actually hire somebody. So as you can see here, it works perfectly on a mobile device. All I'm doing here is mirroring my mobile phone onto my computer. So you see the drop-down menu looks perfect. I can view the home page. I can go to a product. I'll be able to view that product. I can see different images as I can on desktop. I'll be able to see the description, view the details, and add to cart, and then continue to check out and make payment as a customer would on desktop. So it works perfectly on a mobile phone as well. This will all be included if you follow what I show you step by step. If you want to have a look for yourself, go to EMC Online Store on your computer or on your mobile phone and have a browse through and see how everything works. You'll see it looks very, very professional. And that's my goal, to help you to set this up, a really professional online store that you can set up and manage all by yourself. And customers will be able to buy any product from you. You'll get paid instantly, and then all you need to do is ship the product out. I'll teach you how to use WordPress to manage all of your content, and we'll be using something called WooCommerce to manage all of your e-commerce stuff, which includes setting up your products and also accepting payments from your customers. And if you have a look at this URL here, this is just a quick example of other websites that use WooCommerce, the exact same platform I will be showing you how to use for your own online store. It's very, very reliable and it's easy to use. It's perfect for beginners. Here is an overview of the things that I will cover during this video. First, I will show you how to get online, and then I will show you how to set up your store, everything from adding products, accepting payments, etc., etc. Everything you need to know step by step. So the first thing you will need to do to get online is acquire a domain, your .com domain name, which costs approximately $12 to $15 a year. For example, www.yourstorename.com. And secondly, web hosting. If you don't know what web hosting is, it can simply be described as a server or a computer where your website's files are stored so that customers can access and purchase any one of your items 24/7. These two are absolute essentials. You can't run an online store without a domain and web hosting, because a domain without hosting is just a blank white page. And luckily, they're the only two essentials that actually cost money if you use the process that I show you. Secondly, setting up your store. I will show you how to install the store design. If you go and get in touch with web developers or e-commerce developers, go and get quotes for how much they charge you. I know from experience that they often cost between $5,000 and $10,000 to set up a store of the same level of quality that I am about to show you right now. But I will show you how you can install that design for free. That won't cost you anything. And also full setup, which includes adding products, accepting payments, and everything else you need to know to set up your store so that it looks good and customers are able to purchase your products. If you had somebody manage that for you, it would cost a lot of money as well. But I'm going to show you, in the time it takes you to watch this tutorial, how to do all of this yourself, so you're saving all of that money. And I strongly urge you to go out and get quotes for these two right here, because you'll be surprised at how much they actually cost in the real world, and therefore maybe you'll value this tutorial a little bit more. Okay, let's start with getting online. The good thing is you can acquire a domain and a host in around 5 minutes, and both from the same place. So if you go to your web browser and go to www.hostgator.com, that's hostgator.com. You can get both your domain and hosting from these guys. I've been using this company for approximately 8 to 9 years myself for all my website, blogging, and online store needs, and so that's the reason that I present them to you. They've got excellent support through online chat. They've also got support through the phone. They've won multiple awards, actually. They're one of the world's biggest hosting providers. And they also have a 45-day money-back guarantee if for any reason you are not satisfied with their service. But I've been using them for 8 or 9 years myself and haven't come across any issues, so I doubt you will either. If you want to use another host of your choosing, that's absolutely fine. Just keep in mind the rest of the steps in this tutorial are based on my HostGator account, so it may be a little more difficult for you to follow along if you use another host. But for me, HostGator has worked really well, and so I'm going to stick to what I know works best. Click on the web hosting tab. If you scroll down, you'll notice there are 3 plans on offer. The business plan is not required. There are some extra features which you may not want when you first start up. For example, a free private SSL and IP and a free toll-free number. You may want these a little bit further down the track when your store is up and running and you need all of these things, but at the moment that's not necessary. The baby plan and hatchling are similar, with one main exception. The baby plan allows an unlimited number of domains to be hosted. Unless you have multiple online stores, this won't be necessary for you. So the hatchling is sufficient. It allows you to host a single domain. It is also the cheapest, starting at around $4 a month, depending on how much you want to subscribe for upfront. And that is absolutely perfect for you to start with. So I'll be selecting that for now. You can do the same. On this screen, you can select your domain. If you already own one, for whatever reason, maybe you've bought one from somewhere else, enter it in this field here, in this tab. Otherwise, I think most of you will not already own a domain, and so here you can register a new one. Enter any .com that you would like to own. Now, it's a personal preference of mine that I choose .coms. You can select anything you want, .net, .info, .biz, etc., etc. It's just my personal preference to keep my domains as .com domains. But all the other extensions work exactly the same, so that's your choice. So enter the domain that you want to own. For the purposes of this tutorial, I will register one called EMC, which stands for eMediaCoach Online Store. You will notice that the system checks to make sure that your requested domain is available. If your selected domain isn't available, then you'll obviously have to think of something else and select one that is. So go ahead and enter a domain name which you want to order. It'll automatically add it to your shopping cart. Secondly, choose a hosting plan. I selected the Hatchling plan from before. You can select Hatchling, Baby or Business based on your requirements. Billing cycle, select something that you're comfortable with. And it says here 20% off. That's the default discount HostGator gives you when you sign up initially. But in a second, I'm going to show you how you can get an even better discount than that 20% off. I will select 12 months for now. We can enter in all these details a little later. Let's skip all of that for now. In the additional services box, deselect any items that you do not want. Just so you know, I do not use any of these, and they are optional extras. They are definitely not essential. So I will deselect all of these. Then in the enter a coupon field, you'll see that HostGator gives you a default coupon code, which is the 20% off coupon code. I want you to just keep in mind the amount due in the bottom right of your screen and use this coupon instead. Just type in online store, ONLINESTORE. Then click the validate button. Once you do that, you'll see that the total amount due is less, and that's because this particular coupon offers you a bigger discount than the default coupon code that you are given. So make sure you take advantage of that. Actually, this coupon is best if you're selecting a plan of 6 months or above. But if you selected a 1-month plan, so you're paying on a month-to-month basis, there's a better coupon code to use, and I'll show you that right now actually. So let's choose 1 month. Use that coupon instead, 1 dirty cent, 1 DIRTYCENT. Then when you click validate, you'll notice that you get the first month of hosting for just 1 cent. And the other amount here is your domain cost. And that amount is per year, not per month. So that $12.95 covers you for 1 full year. Also, from time to time, I may receive referral credits from HostGator. That's important to me because it allows me to continue to produce these free tutorials for you now and in the future. So I sincerely thank you for your support. When you've selected your particular billing cycle and used one of the coupons I showed you, go up and then enter a username. Enter your security PIN for your account. And then enter your billing info. Make sure that the email you enter here is absolutely correct, because you will receive a confirmation email after you complete the order, and it will contain your new account details as well as confirmation of your ownership of your new domain name. So I will pause and blur my screen while I enter my personal details as well as my credit card information. And you can see you can pay by either credit card or PayPal. So I'll pause and blur my screen while I do that. Alright, that's done for me. Pause this video and go ahead and do that yourself. Then double check your order, go to the I have read and agree to the terms and conditions checkbox, and then click Checkout Now. You will receive a confirmation email from HostGator in a few minutes after you check out. In a few minutes, you will receive a confirmation email from HostGator. So I want you to go to your email inbox, the email that you used to sign up for HostGator in the last step, and open up that email. You'll see it has your new account details, a control panel link, I'll show you what to do with that in a second, and your username, password, and the domain which you have registered and now own. Our next step is to go into our control panel and install the WordPress platform. Basically, that is the content management system that we are going to be using to manage your e-commerce website. So open up that link. Okay, and here enter the username and password provided to you by HostGator over here. So you can just copy your details in. And then click Login. This is the control panel of your hosting account. You really won't need to access this page often. We'll only need to use it now to install the content management system, which is WordPress. The e-commerce platform we'll be installing in the next step. So for now, let's go ahead and install the WordPress platform. Scroll down and look for a link called Quick Install under Software and Services. Click on that. Click on WordPress in the left-hand side navigation. Then continue. Your new domain should populate automatically in that field there. If it doesn't, just select it from the drop-down. Leave this field blank. Disable auto upgrades. In the admin email section, enter your own personal email address. In the blog title, enter the title of your online store. You can change this at any time. In admin user, just enter admin, and you can leave first and last name blank. Then click Install Now when you are ready, and it will install the WordPress platform. And that's all. WordPress has been installed. You will be able to access the admin area using this link here. It'll be your domain /wp-admin, and it should give you a username and password as well. We'll go in and change the password in just a second. But when you access this link, keep in mind it may take around 10 to 15 minutes to activate initially. This only happens the first time when you install WordPress. This is what it should look like when it's activated. It usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes, but just refresh that page until you see this screen here. Then enter the username and password provided here. And that's all. You have successfully logged into WordPress. This is the administration dashboard that you will be using to manage your entire online store. The first thing I advise you to do is change your password. To do that, find the Users tab and click on All Users. Then click on your username. If you scroll down, you will see there is an option to enter a new password. When you've done that, click Update Profile, and that will update your password. So once that's done, just keep in mind that that password replaces the default one provided to you by WordPress here. So I would strongly advise you to keep these details, this link, the username, and your new password somewhere safe so you don't forget them, because you will need them every time you need to access this administration area for your e-commerce website. Next, I will be installing the store design. Currently, if you have a look at your site, you'll see that it's actually up and running, it's functional. Obviously, it does not look like an online store yet, but don't worry, we'll get to that. But it's taken less than 10 minutes to actually get you online. Okay, so the online store design. Go to WooCommerce.com. WooCommerce has a range of designs or themes, they call it, for your online store. What you'll actually need to do is sign up for a free account with these guys. I won't take you through that because that should be pretty obvious. Once you've got your account, go to themes and go to all themes. Then let's click on free. We want to search for some free themes. Okay, the one I am going to use for this tutorial and the one that I showed you at the beginning of this video is this one here called Mistyle. So click on that. You can take a look at a live demo if you want, etc., etc. Do a bit of reading about this particular design. Then when you're ready, click the Add to Cart button. I cannot actually add another one of these themes to my cart because I have already purchased. When I say purchased, this is free. So I have already got one of these free themes added to my account. But you will be taken to an Add to Cart page and then you'll be able to check out. And the order total will be 0, so you won't need to pay anything or enter any other details. You'll simply be able to check out. Then go to your download your products link. And you'll see here that the Mistyle theme has already been added to my account and it's available for download. So you will have the same thing. Click on the download button. What this will do is download the design files and we'll save that onto our computer. So save, and save it somewhere where you can easily access because we will need that file in just a second. Once that's finished downloading, go back into your WordPress dashboard, go to Appearance and click on Themes. Click on Add New Theme. Look for the file that you just downloaded to your computer. It's the mistyle.zip. Open that one up and click Install Now. This may take a few minutes to install. When that's done, click the Activate button. And that's all there is to it. You've now installed the new online store design and it hasn't cost you a cent. So if you want to see what your site looks like currently, you can. And that's it there. There's nothing on it because we haven't added anything, but we've installed the framework that we need as far as design goes. Next, we are ready to install the e-commerce platform that we'll be using to manage the e-commerce side of things for our online store. To do that, go into a section called Plugins, then click Add New. A plugin is essentially an add-on or an additional bolt-on functionality for WordPress. So there are millions of plugins available for all different types of purposes. So it's like taking a car and then adding new features onto that car. A plugin works in the same way. We've got our WordPress installation, and now we're going to be adding another functionality onto WordPress, which is the e-commerce functionality, which will allow you to set up your products and accept payments and everything else that you need to do for an online store. So the plugin we need to add right now is called WooCommerce. And that's the one there, WooCommerce Excelling E-commerce by WooThemes. So click the Install Now button. And you'll see the plugin is installed. Once that's done, click Activate. And that's it. We've installed the additional WooCommerce functionality onto our site. The next thing you need to do is click on this Install WooCommerce Pages link. And before you do that, I'll just show you what that actually does. So currently, the default installation, there are no pages on your site at the moment. So once you click Add WooCommerce Pages, these will set up the core pages that you need to operate an e-commerce site. So let's click on that. Okay, that's done. So I'll refresh this page and show you what that's installed. There you go. It's added your cart page, checkout page, account page, and shop page. The sample page here is the default page that's installed when you install WordPress, so feel free to trash that one, you won't need it. And that's it. You'll see on the left-hand side, you've got the WooCommerce area now, which will allow you to configure a lot of settings. And I will now start taking you through that step by step. Now that we have our e-commerce platform installed and ready, the next thing we should do is just configure some basic settings before we go forward and add products. The first thing that I do is go into Settings and General. You can change the site title if you want, remove the tagline, and here add a www dot, just where I'm adding it there. If you go to your site currently, you'll see that it does not have a www in front of it. See? So I add that. That's just a personal preference, so it's up to you if you want to add that or not. Then go down and save changes. This step actually prompts you to log in again. Next, go into Plugins. If the Mojo Marketplace and WP Supercache have been installed by default, just check them and click Deactivate and apply. Then once that's deactivated, check them off again and you can delete. They are two plugins we do not need. Yes, let's delete these files and data. Next, let's go into the Mistyle section and Settings. I'll go to the Layout options. What I'm going to do is check this box here, wrap your site inside a frame, and also click the main layout to be a right sidebar. Now what this here does is I'll show you before I save the setting. So currently you can see this is a widescreen layout. It goes from left to right, taking up the whole page. Now if I save that, that makes it into a boxed setting. Now when I add a background color, that actually looks pretty good, and that is a personal preference of mine, having it as a boxed layout. You can keep it a full width layout if you like. It's just my personal preference to keep it a boxed layout. Now because I did that as a box layout, I'll go into styling options, and then in the body background color I can select a color for the background. So I might give it a light green background. That looks quite nice. Next, let's go to the footer customization tab. Currently you'll see there is some information on the left side of the footer and some on the right. What you can do is remove or edit any one of these. So enable custom footer left. Let's activate that, and I'll leave that blank, and enable custom footer right. And what I'll do is perhaps just copy and paste that as my right footer. Cool, that's done. Looks a little bit cleaner. And last but not least, let's set up some basic WooCommerce settings. So go to WooCommerce, click on the settings link. First up, in the General tab, select your base location. You can also select countries to which you want to sell. You can keep the options open so that you're selling to all countries, or you can actually select specific countries to sell to, like so. But I want to sell worldwide, so I'm going to keep that open to all countries. Then go down, select the currency, and also currency position, so that's the position of the currency icon. Obviously for dollar it'll be left. And when you're done, click Save Changes. That's it, that's all we need to do for now, as far as configuring some basic settings. Now for the fun part. Let's start setting up some products on our online store. Let's go to Products and Add Product. There are a couple of different types of products you can set up. Either simple products or variable products. A variable product is one such as a pair of jeans or a jumper, where it can have different colors and come in different sizes, and each of them represents a different variable. Whereas a simple product is something like a watch, where it only comes in one size, one color, and there are no variables to that particular product. So I will be showing you how to set up both simple and variable products, because they are the two that you will need to use most often. On a side note, there are other products that you can set up, including virtual products, which aren't actually tangible, therefore don't require shipping, and downloadable products, which is something like an ebook or a digital product where the customer actually downloads a file after purchase. So let us start by setting up a simple product. Let's use the example of a watch. So you can add a title for your product. This field here is for the long description. So I will just enter some dummy data for you for demonstration purposes. And the field, if you scroll down here, is for your short description. Okay, so we have selected a simple product. You can assign a SKU to that product if you need to. If you're a small operation, then you will not have SKUs, but if you're a larger company, then you will have a SKU attached to each product. So that is not mandatory. You can set a price, and you can also set a sale price, which I'll come to in just a second. Inventory, you can manage your stock levels, so you can select how many you have in stock. We'll come back to these other options a little bit later in this tutorial. But for now, for a simple product, that's all you need in this area here. You can also set a featured image. Click on Select Files and then go to the area in your computer where the images are saved. You'll see that once you select an image from your computer, it will upload into something called the media library. So once your image is uploaded, select Set Feature Image, and the feature image is actually the image that will show up on the front page of your shop, the first image people will see of your particular product. You can also select additional images for your product gallery, and you'll see them upload as well into your media library. Once images are uploaded, you don't need to upload them again. You can simply come in here and select the images you want. Okay. Then in layout, select this full width layout. And don't forget to assign a category to this particular product. So this is a watch. So maybe I'll put it in a category called accessories. Perfect. That product will be attached to this category that I just set up. And when you're done all of that, click the Publish button. Let's see what that's done. There you go. It looks absolutely fantastic. This is the featured image here. These are the additional image items in the image gallery. So when you click on one, you can actually scroll through the different images for that product. We've got our short description here and long description here. And the customer can select their quantity and add your item to cart. After which they can go and check out. We'll go through all of that stuff later. But for now, that looks great. I want to show you what happens when you have a sale price for a product. So if I go now and enter a sale price of, say, $330, and you can schedule that sale price as well. That's a really, really cool feature. Okay, let me update that. See, the product now has a little sale icon added to that and shows you the full and discounted price. So that's how easy it is to set up a simple product. Now let's go ahead and set up a variable product. The example we're going to use is one of a cardigan or a sweater, where it comes in a couple of different colors and also a couple of different sizes. So they are the variables that we will need to add onto the product page. So let's go ahead and click on Add Product. And this is going to be a cardigan. You'll remember the long description goes here. And the short description at the bottom. Now, let's select the variable product from the drop-down. Again, you can assign a SKU if you need to. Then go down to Attributes and click the Add button. Our first attribute is going to be size. In this field here, enter the different values, in this instance, the different sizes for that particular product, and separate them with the pipe key. So we've got small, then hit a space, use the pipe key, space, medium, large. That key there is the vertical line. It's just a vertical line. For me, it's situated on my keyboard under the backspace. So if I hold down Shift and click that button there, it gives me that vertical line called a pipe. So enter your value followed by a space, the pipe key, space, next value, etc., etc. Then ensure these two checkboxes are ticked, visible on the product page and used for variations. And we want to add one more variable. The next one being color. Now we've got some available in light gray and dark gray, used for variations. So at the moment we should have 6 different variations: a small, medium and large in a light gray, and a small, medium and large in a dark gray. That's 6 variations. So don't worry about that. Just click Save Attributes. Then click on the Variations tab. And click on Link All Variations. What this will do is it will automatically assign all the different variations based on the attributes that you entered. So like I mentioned, we should have 6 of them. There we go, 6 variations added. You can see there's a small, medium, and large in light gray, and the same for dark gray, which ends up with 6 variations. Now what you need to do is set up the details for each one of those variations. So clicking on this little image there allows you to add a custom image for that particular one. Okay, set the price, set a sale price if you need to, and you can also manage stock levels if you need to. And then start doing the same for all of your other variations. The image is already uploaded, so I just need to select it. And then you've got the dark grays, so I'll add a different image for the dark gray ones. And I'll show you what that actually does on the product page when you select a different variation. It's really cool. I'll show you that in a second. And I forgot to add a price for each one. That's silly. So let's say the grays are 65, the light grays are 65, and the dark grays are 75. And you can set a sale price for each one of those individual ones if you need to. Down here you can set a default, so when the customer lands on this page, it will actually show a default size and color. So let's say we want the default to be medium gray, and that's all for now. I'll go up, I can select or add a new category. Then I can select a feature image. And then add some images for my product gallery. So what I did there was just press Control and select all the images that I wanted to open and upload. Okay, that's been uploaded to my media gallery. And last but not least, just go down and select the full width layout again. Okay, let's give that a shot. Let's save. Cool. So the price is a range between 65 and 75. And we've got our feature image there. We've got our image gallery. Now here's the really cool part. Okay, see how it's defaulted to medium and light gray, like I said to you before. Now, okay, let's choose a different color, dark gray. You'll see the price automatically changed, and so did the image here, because that image there corresponds to the image we uploaded over here. So whenever you select this variation, that's the image that will show up. There you go. That is absolutely perfect and looks fantastic. The functionality is extremely user-friendly and it looks highly professional and something you'd pay thousands of dollars for somebody to develop for you if it wasn't for these free resources here. If you have any questions about setting up products, of course, please ask in the comments of this video below, and I will be more than happy to help you out. For the purposes of this demonstration, and just so it's crystal clear, I will add one more variable product and show you through the process. So let's say we're adding it for beanies. I'll just copy and paste a long description from another screen I've got here. And the same for a short description. I will select the variable product. Attributes, I will add an attribute. The only variation for these are color. So let's say I've got a blue beanie, cream, green, and gray. Let's check this text box as well. Save attributes. Then go to variations. Now I can click on link all variations to make it easy for me. There's only 4 variations, being the 4 different colors. And I've got a different image for each color. So that's the blue. I'll enter a sale price as well. We've got a cream beanie. A green one. And grey. Perfect. I'll select the full width screen. Then I'll select a featured image, the one that I want to show up on the first page. And then add products to the gallery. So I can check each one of these. I'm holding down the Shift button while I do this. If that doesn't work for you, just select them individually and add to gallery. Let's assign it to the accessories category. If it belonged in a category that didn't exist, I could have created a new one and then publish. And there we go. I've got the option to select a color. And when I do, the image changes. Perfect, that's really, really good. I'm really happy with that actually. I'll show you how to set up these related products a bit later in this video. But for now, that is absolutely perfect. So go ahead and start setting up your products. Now for a part of the tutorial which I'm sure you've been waiting eagerly for me to cover, and that is how to accept payments from customers who are shopping on your online store. For that, I recommend using PayPal, and just go to paypal.com. I'm sure you've seen PayPal everywhere, absolutely everywhere, especially eBay. It's one of the most easiest and secure methods of accepting payments. So if you haven't already got an account, hit the sign up button and sign up. It's free to join. The way PayPal make money is they take a percentage of any money received, and that percentage is between about 2 and 3%. So it's a pretty small fee and it's absolutely secure. The reason is all the payment processing happens on PayPal's side of things, not on your side. So therefore, it's the easiest and most secure way that you can accept payments on your online store as quickly as possible. And the good thing is it can accept credit card payments as well from customers who are paying by credit card. And I'll show you a bit about that a little later. So go into your online store, your dashboard, go to WooCommerce and click on the settings link. Then go to your checkout tab. Okay, so here you can leave coupons enabled. I'll show you that later. I like to keep guest checkout enabled. A guest checkout simply means that customers do not require to sign up for an account on your particular online store. They can check out without creating an account. So then go down and you'll see there are a few different gateways to choose from. So we want to be able to set up this PayPal gateway. So you can either click on settings on the link here, or you can go up here and click on these links here. Essentially, we want to disable anything that is not PayPal related. So you'll see here the bank transfer is enabled and check payment is enabled. So I want to disable those two. Okay, I'll just deselect that checkbox there and save changes. And the other thing was check. Okay, if I go back to my checkout options, you'll see that the only payment method enabled is PayPal. So now let's click on that settings button and let's set that up. Leave enable PayPal standard as checked as default. Title and description, you'll see where these pieces of text slot in later. PayPal email, this is the important step. So when you sign up for PayPal, you'll be signing up with a particular email account. So in my case, my email associated with my PayPal account is admin@eMediaCoach.com. Okay, so when you sign up for PayPal, you will have an email address associated with that particular PayPal account, and that's very important because that is the email that you need to put in here. So for me, it's admin@eMediaCoach.com. This means that any payments I receive will go to the PayPal account associated with this email. So that's an important step. Leave everything else as default. Receiver email, you can leave that blank as well. You only need to input that if your PayPal email is different from the email entered here. But if this is your PayPal email address, then that's all you need. Leave the rest blank. And then go down and click Save Changes. One optional thing you may want to do is send shipping details, which are your customer shipping details, instead of their billing details through to PayPal. So for now, I will leave that deselected, but you may need that in the future. That's all it takes to set up your online store to accept PayPal payments. Whenever a customer purchases an item from your online store, the money will be received into your PayPal account, and then at any time you can withdraw all that cash into your bank account. To make things crystal clear for you, I might as well put through a transaction, a real transaction, to show you how it operates from a customer's point of view and how it will work from your point of view. Just so you know, there's going to be a lot of blurred sections on the next few screens that you see. The reason is obviously there is going to be a lot of personal information of mine when I access my PayPal account, and so I'm going to be blurring everything out that I need to. So this is just for demonstration purposes. I am going to put through a real transaction through this online store that I've set up. So the first thing I'll do, I will log out of the dashboard. So it's as if I'm a customer, a real customer right now. So let's go to shop. Let's say I want to purchase a cardigan. Okay, I'll add that cardigan to cart. And let's say I want to purchase a black tie. I'll add that to cart as well. Now I can view my cart. I'll go straight to checkout. So I'm going to be putting through a real transaction. It's not a fake transaction. You'll see the money flow through to my PayPal account. Then on the checkout page, you'll see that if you're a returning customer, they can have the option of logging in. That's because if they've already purchased from your online store, you'll see here they've got an option of creating an account, so they don't need to enter the details again. But you will remember that we enabled an option called guest checkout. Guest checkout means that users can check out by entering these details, but they're not forced to create an account. I think that's a really good idea. Leave the option open to your customers. Coupon code I'll take you through later. So I'll go ahead now and enter the billing details. This email address will be your customer's email address. Of course, we're doing this from their point of view. For that, I've got an email address which I can use. So the Hotmail email address, that can be my customer's email address as an example. and phone number. Then as a customer, I will have the option of creating an account by assigning a password to that account. So I'll leave that unchecked for now. And you'll go down and see that you can view your order, and then you'll have the option of checking out via PayPal. So now I will proceed to PayPal. Alright, so the customer will enter their email address and PayPal password if they have a PayPal account. Otherwise, they will enter their credit card details through that form there. So as you can see, I can purchase via credit card as well. For showing this live transaction, I will just log in using a PayPal account that I have. A lot of people nowadays have PayPal accounts, and it's very, very common actually. Just have a look at eBay and see how common PayPal actually is. So the customer will enter either their credit card details or use their PayPal account. And then let's pay now. Cool. So after completing that transaction, they will receive a transaction ID, and they'll also receive a confirmation email and be allowed to return to your online store. Where they will receive this confirmation page. Their order has been received. And it's just a confirmation so your customers know that their order has been successfully processed. Okay, so let me log in to that Hotmail account. So you can see what it looks like from a customer's point of view. Okay, so I've made an order. I've received a confirmation email. Thank you for your order. Your order has been received and is now being processed. It's got the details of my order, the total, and just a confirmation to show what the shipping address, where I will receive my order in the mail. So that's absolutely perfect. As a customer, I have completed the transaction and I'm just waiting for you now to ship the product to me. Now I'll log out of this email and go to my online store business email to show you what it will look like from your point of view. There you go. If you check your email, you'll see that you'll receive a notification from PayPal telling you that you've received money. And secondly, an order confirmation. So if you look at that email, it will show you what your customer has ordered, how much they've paid, your customer's email address, their telephone number, and also the billing and shipping address information. And I'll show you what that looks like in your PayPal account. And there it is there. We've received $80. The payment has been completed and it's been added to the available balance of your PayPal account. I previously had some money in my PayPal account already, so obviously it's showing a bit more. And you'll see that you have received the full amount minus the PayPal fee, and in this instance the fee is about $1.70. I had about $500 initially, plus $80 minus the PayPal fee. And to withdraw money to your bank account, just click on this link here, and then you'll be able to withdraw that straight to your bank account. So that's how easy it is, and there you go. There is a live demonstration of a live transaction from a customer purchasing products on your online store to you receiving them into your PayPal account and being able to withdraw money into your own bank account. And I apologize for all the blurred sections on my screens, but there's obviously a lot of personal and sensitive information here. But if you have any questions about any of that, setting up payments or anything about PayPal, leave your questions in the comments of this YouTube video and I will be happy to help. Now I'll show you how you can adjust or manage this sidebar section that you're seeing over here. It looks pretty messy and dirty at the moment. That's just because this is the default WordPress installation. It's put there by default. So I'll show you exactly what I do and you can copy that if you like. I'll also be showing you how to make pages full width. So if you choose not to have a sidebar, you can do that as well. One thing to note, the shop page currently does not have a sidebar area. So the first thing we need to do when we go to our dashboard is let's go to My Style Settings. Then let's go to WooCommerce. In this layout area, I want to enable the sidebar on shop archives and also enable the sidebar on product pages and save. So there you go, now the sidebar is appearing. Now I'll show you how you can manage all of that. If you go to Appearance, you'll see a link called Widgets. Basically, what a widget is, it's a little feature where you can add pieces of information in nominated widget areas. So this is a primary widget, which is the sidebar area, and you'll see that each one of these tabs correspond to the sidebar area we were just looking at. And you can also add widgets to your footer area. So for now, let's just go ahead and delete all of the default pre-existing areas. Cool. Cool, so that's what it currently looks like. Now, one thing I like to add is a shopping cart on the sidebar, and you can use this item called a WooCommerce cart. It's pre-installed when you installed the WooCommerce functionality, so that should already be there for you. All you need to do is drag and drop it into this area here. You can name that, rename that any way you want. And you can also hide if the cart is empty and click save when you're done. And similarly, you can drag and drop any one of these other items. So you can add embed video, you can put an author bio, you can also add a search field. What I'll do, I'll add a product category field. This will list the categories in my online store. I can rename that, I can order that, and I will show product counts as well. And you can select these settings or customize these settings as you like. So let's see what that looks like. Perfect. So I've got a section here with my cart. I can remove products directly if I wanted to. And when I add products, it will appear in this section as well. So it's really, really user friendly. And this area here, product categories, your customers can easily navigate through the various categories that your online store has. So if I wanted to look at accessories, I can click on that and I'll be shown everything in the accessories category. And then a customer can directly view their cart or check out using this section here. They don't need to navigate to check out here. It's just a more user-friendly and a more straightforward navigation system if you have that My Cart area in your sidebar. So that's something I really like to do. You can do the same if you choose to. Another thing you can add is a free text area. To do that, I recommend a plugin called TinyMCE. So if you go to plugins and click add new, search for a plugin called TinyMCE, and it's this one here, Black Studio TinyMCE. I'll install that one and activate. Once that's activated, you can refresh this page. When you come back in, you'll see an item called Visual Editor just over here. That's the plugin we just installed. So if you wanted to add any other pieces of information, I recommend this plugin because you can add text, you can bold, italic, do anything else that you can do with a visual editor. You can also add media, which means you can add images. And when you save that, it will appear in the sidebar section here. Okay, so I'll remove that for now, but that option is up to you. Also, to rearrange things, all it takes is a drag and drop. So just hold down on your mouse, drag and drop, and it will automatically save. And then when you refresh the screen, that will take effect. Like so. Similarly, you can add widgets in the footer area as well. Ideas include adding your contact information, maybe just putting some text. You can also add a cart section as well in your footer, and that will appear just over here. So I'll show you an example of one, and you can go ahead and do that if you choose to. There you go, you'll see those widget areas appear in this footer area. The reason it's in 4 columns at the moment, 1, 2, and there's 2 more here, is because it's part of a setting. I'll show you that. Footer customization, and that's it there. So if you only wanted 2 items in the footer, you can choose that. If you only wanted 1, you can choose that, etc., etc. Another item you can add is social media. There is a social media widget somewhere here, and it's this subscribe and connect. So you can add that anywhere you want. You can add it to a footer, you can add it to your sidebar, and when you drag and drop that in, it will activate your details on this page here. In your My Style settings, there's an area called subscribe and connect. You can go down here and enter the details of your Twitter URL, Facebook page, YouTube, etc., etc. And any items that you enter, I'll show you an example. And let's just pretend I had some of these as well. I'll save changes. Your social area would appear here, and the links would go off to the links that you entered in here. So those icons appear and people can navigate through to your social media. So that's another really cool idea if you've established your social media. Here is another tip for you. So if you go into your shopping cart page, you'll notice that the sidebar exists on that page as well. However, as a personal opinion, I do not like having a sidebar on the shopping cart page. That's because it distracts customers from what they are about to purchase. And so the whole idea is when they're on an online store, they should have no distractions from purchasing your products. It should ideally result in the highest conversion rate. And having sidebar with stuff on that is just a distraction from them purchasing your products. So what I like to do for this page is to make this a full width page and therefore remove the sidebar. So you can do the same thing if you like. And the way to do that is go into your pages, going to the page that you want to change. You can do it one of two ways. You can make this into a full width template over here, or you can select this icon here, and that will give it a full width layout. There you go, that's much better. I'll do the same for the checkout page, and I'll leave this page as it is. So if I go to the checkout page, I can use this icon here to edit the page. Then give it that full width layout. Perfect. I highly recommend that you do this, but at the end of the day, that's your decision. That's just a personal preference of mine. But any pages you want to make full width, just use the same process I just showed you. Alright, now I'm going to show you how you can set up the home page for your e-commerce website. To do that, first let's go in and configure a couple of settings. So go to Mistyle Settings. Let's go to the WooCommerce tab first. Ensure that this checkbox is selected, Display Featured Products. So we want to be able to display featured products on the home page, and we'll be able to select which products are considered featured. So I'll show you that in a second. And deselect Display Recent Products on home page. So all we want to do is display our featured products. You can also display product categories if you like as well. Take a look at what that looks like in your own time. At times I like to use that, sometimes I don't. It really depends how it looks on the site. But for now, let's just leave our featured products selected and save changes. Once that's done, go and hover over products and click on the products link. See these star icons here? They indicate which products are considered featured and which aren't. So currently what we'll be able to see on our homepage is nothing because we haven't selected our featured products. So let's say we want this to be considered a featured product. Click on that. The page will refresh and that will be colored in, indicating it is a featured product. We'll select this one. Okay, perfect. Now let's see what our homepage looks like. Great. Now the next thing we will do is add a banner image just over here. So let's go back into our Mistyle settings. And now in the homepage tab, you'll see there's an option here to display a banner on the homepage. I'll select that. And I can upload my featured image here, which will show in that area. So you can select a banner image if you've already got one uploaded to your media library. If not, you can upload an image. And I've got one that I've prepared. You can choose to have a text overlay over that image as well. I do not want that. And that's all. So let's save changes. And take a look at what that looks like. That is absolutely perfect. And you'll see that the products are now taking up the full width. There's a lovely banner here. And overall, I'm really happy with the way our e-commerce website is currently looking. If you've got a section here that has a Hello World blog post, I'll show you how to get rid of that. You'll need to deselect this checkbox here we do not want to display blog posts on the home page. So let's save that. That is absolutely perfect. So over time, your featured products may change. So all you'll need to do is go back in here, go back to the products section, and then continue to select the products that you want to be shown to your customers as a featured product, and they will be appearing on the home page. And when a customer clicks through on one of them, they'll be taken directly to the product page. They can view the info that we set up earlier and add to cart. So go ahead and set up your homepage. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. Now I'll show you how you can add a logo to your online store. There's two ways you can do this. If you want to make one yourself, you can, and I'll show you how to do that. But if you want to get one made for you, try out something called Fiverr.com. Fiverr is an online marketplace, and you can get services for different types of things. So you'll see, if you search for logo, you'll see possibly hundreds of different logo designers willing to make you a custom logo for your online store. And it will cost you $5 to do so. So you can look at people's portfolios, and you can then sign up for an account, order, and then they'll deliver a logo for you. Alternatively, if you want to make a logo quickly for yourself, go to onlinelogomaker.com. Click on that Start Online Logo Maker. Let's delete these default items. You can add various symbols or icons. You can resize things, and I'm going to make mine small because I don't want the logo to be overpowering. And then you can add some text. And you can also change the color of the text and font. And you can also change the color of items in that icon. When you're happy with your logo, just click the Download Logo button, and you'll be able to save that onto your desktop. Once you've done that, go back into your WordPress dashboard. Go to My Style Settings, and in the General Settings tab you'll see an area for your custom logo. So what you can do is upload that file we just downloaded, then once it's uploaded, let's click this Use Image as Custom Logo, and then go down and save changes. Now that should take effect on our site. One thing we forgot to do is we need to deselect these checkboxes here. We don't want to show the site title or description. Save, and now that should work. Perfect. So that's how you can add a logo to your site. Feel free to make one yourself or get somebody else to make one for you. Alright, now I'll show you how you can create an awesome Contact Us page. It's going to look really, really cool. So let's go back into your dashboard. Let's hover over My Style, go into the settings area. You'll see there's a tab for Contact Page. Click on that one. Let's enable the contact information panel. You can enter a title for the name of your particular location. So let's say, for example, Los Angeles office. You can enter your address in there. Put your telephone number in, fax number if you have one, and a contact email address. Okay, let's save that for the time being. I will show you what that looks like. So let's go step by step so you can see what I'm doing. I will add a new page, just opening that up in a new tab. And I'll call that Contact Us. In the template, select the contact form template. That's very important. And in this field here, you can enter anything you like. I'll select the full width layout and publish. Okay, that's what the Contact Us page currently looks like. This was the free text that we entered, and here is our contact panel details that we entered into the form in the previous page. And there's also a contact form here where the customers can fill that out and get in touch with you. So it looks really, really good. It looks really clean. You can of course add or remove any information that you don't want to show. The next thing I want to show you is this Google Maps coordinate, and I think that is an absolutely spectacular functionality of this particular theme, and it's all inbuilt. So all you need to do here is grab the Google Map coordinates for your particular location. It sounds complicated, but I'll show you how to do it. Let's just Google Map coordinates. I'll just search that in Google. Let's use this site here, gpscoordinates.net. And just wait for it to load up. Cool. So once that's done, you can put your address in here. Obviously, you'll put in your exact address, but I'm just going to use a example here. Now when you enter your exact address, the latitude and longitude information will change and it will pinpoint your location on the map. So what you need to do is copy and paste latitude. So let's copy and paste it in there, followed by a comma, and then copy and paste the longitude attribute and paste it in there. You can edit the map height if you want. I think 350 to about 400 is a good size. So I've saved my changes, and now let's refresh the page to see what that looks like. That is absolutely perfect. I mean, that's an absolutely professional looking Contact Us page with your information and a dynamic Google map so that customers can zoom in, zoom out and find your location or your shop front if you have one. Of course, that's optional. If you don't have a shop front, you won't need that, but that's how to do it. And you can change the height of this particular map. So that's set at 350 pixels right now. I can go back in, change it to 450. And there you go. I'm extremely happy with that. So go ahead and set up your Contact Us page and let me know if you have any questions. That page will also automatically appear in the menu area here. And I'm going to show you a little bit later how you can edit this menu area to display exactly what you want to display. Now I'll give you a brief introduction into this content editor that you see here. For a lot of you, this will be pretty self-explanatory, so if you want to, just skip the next few minutes of this tutorial. But for the rest of you, I'll give you a brief overview of what you can do with this area here. So this is a content editor. You can use this in exactly the same way that you use things such as Microsoft Word. You type text in, you can bold certain items, you can italic, you can also add links. So say you wanted to add a link to another page. So you can highlight the text, click this link icon here, and then you can enter the link to any website page that you want. Or you can link it to any existing page on your site by just selecting from one of these here. Then by clicking this box here, it will open the link in a new tab, which means it does not take the visitor off your website. So I'll add that link in there. To remove a link, just click on the link you want to remove and click that remove link icon. Now when you enter this content editor, it will look like that. But to get all the items, click on this toolbar toggle. It's known as the kitchen sink. So it gives you all the other tools that you need, such as you can also change the color of your text by using this area here, like so. What else can you do? You can put a quote section. So say you wanted to have some customer testimonials. Use this little quote you see here. Click that and you can put your customer testimonials in there. And so on and so on. To exit the testimonials, just click on that quote again and it will put you back to entering normal text. You can also align left, center, right, as you normally would in a word processing software. You can also bullet point things. So say you wanted to put a bullet list. You could also put numbered lists. And you can underline using that. You can also put a subheading by using this drop down here. So if you're using a subheading, I would recommend using heading 2 or heading 3. Another thing you can do is add images to this section. So by clicking Add Media. Now the way this works is you can upload files from your computer. So you can click the upload button, select the files that you want to upload, and then double click and open, and it will upload them into this media library. Alternatively, you can, I'll show you in just a second. I've got another screen open in a screen that you cannot see. If you open your folders, you can simply select the image and then drag and drop it into here. So I need to select my image. I'll use that one there. I can drag and drop it in here and then it will start uploading. I like to click link to none so that the image does not link off anywhere, and set the size to full size, because what this design will do is it will automatically scale images to their largest possible size. So if I just click insert product, you'll see it go in here. Let's save for now. And there you go. There's your testimonials. There are your bullet points. There's a subheading and some text. This image looks great as well. It doesn't link off anywhere. You can also link the image. So if you click on that image which you upload, you can click on that link there, and you can add a link in the same way I showed you before to open in a new window if you wanted to. Okay? And this is what I mean by opening in a new window. You'll see that it opens in a new browser window. It does not kick you off the page you're actually on. So that's it there. That's a brief introduction into the content editor. Before I continue, one more thing I'll show you is how to embed a YouTube video. So if I go to YouTube, let's just go to any video. You're probably familiar with the embed button. It's under share, and then if you go to embed, you'll be able to see some code to embed a YouTube video. So what we want to do is use a custom size. Let's put a width of, say, 800. The height will be automatic based on your width. Then all you need to do is copy and paste this code in here into your content editor. But the key thing to remember is this content editor here, to get these options available to you, that's in the visual tab. But if you want to enter any code, it's really important that you use the text tab, the one here. So you'll see when you click on the text tab, you'll see some coding that's behind all the visual stuff that you see. But you must enter any code in the text tab for it to work properly. And then I paste that YouTube embed code, okay, and click update. Okay, then I can refresh this page and we will see a YouTube video in that area. There you go. And you can of course adjust the size of the video. And it's as easy as that to embed YouTube videos on your online store. You'll also remember that we installed a sidebar earlier in this video, and it's that there. You can also add a section in here where you can add a visual editor. So if we go under Appearance and Widgets, you may remember that this area here is where we add items to be able to control what's visible within our sidebar here. So at the moment, we don't have too much flexibility to be able to enter anything as easily as what we just showed you in the visual editor. All you've got is this text widget here, and you can enter text in there, but it doesn't give you the options that the visual editor gives you. Bullet pointing, adding images, all that stuff. So it's pretty useless. So to be able to do that, I highly recommend a plugin called Black Studio Tiny MCE. So if I just search for that in my plugin section, it's that one there, Black Studio Tiny MCE. And activate. Once that is activated, if I go back into the Appearance widget section, you will see that there is a new tab called Visual Editor, and I'm looking for it. There it is. Okay, so now when I drag and drop that in, you can see now that there is this visual editor that we can do anything we want with. A title, you can add text, you can add an image, you can embed YouTube video, you can add bullet points, links, etc., etc. So it's a really handy tool, and when you save that, that will exist in your sidebar. So there is a little tip for you there, just to give you a little bit more flexibility if you need it. So go ahead and install the Black Studio Tiny MCE plugin if you intend on adding custom elements to the sidebar of your website, or alternatively to any of the footer elements. Alright, now I'll show you how you can customize this menu area over here. So you can customize this menu in any way you want, and I'll also show you how to add drop-down menu to this. So let's go back into your dashboard. Hover over Appearance and click on the Menus link. Let's give our new menu a name, and then hit the Create button. Select Primary Menu and save. Okay, now we can add all the items that we want to show on our menu. So if there are any pages you want to add, you can do that. So yep, I want to show Contact Us, My Account, Checkout, Cart, and our shop. Then click Add to Menu. I'll go step by step so you can see what every step in the process does. Okay, so there's our new menu, and the order here corresponds to the order of these here. And if you want to change that order, all you need to do is drag and drop. Okay. Now let's add a home page as well. So if you go to links, put in your home page URL and just name it home. Click Add to Menu, and I'll drag that to the front. Perfect. I can also change the title of any of these. So say I want to name this one Products instead of Shop. I can do that. So I can go to this drop down here, rename this to Products. I can change Cart to My Cart, and I'll leave everything else as it is. Great. Now I'll show you how to add a drop-down menu. So what I'm going to do in the product section, I'm going to have some sub-items relating to each one of the product categories. Okay, so I'll go back in here. I'll leave this page open, but I'll open under products and categories. I'll open that in a new tab. And you'll see here, these are the categories which our products belong to so far. And as you go along, you'll have more categories, etc., etc. But anyway, to list those categories in the menu, all you need to do is grab the URL for each one. So I just clicked View, so I can grab the URL of this page here. Go back into my menu section. I can create a custom link, so I'll paste that URL in here. Name it Accessories. And I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other categories I have here. Okay, now if I save that as it is, you'll see that the menu will appear in the top level and you'll see what I mean when the page refreshes. There you go. So they appeared on the top level, but what I want to do is make them appear as a drop down. So to do that, all you need to do is drag and drop them and then indent them under the top level item that you want. So just as I'm doing here, there you go. And even within these, you can change the order in which they appear by dragging and dropping. Okay, let's refresh. And there you go. You'll see a little arrow icon indicating that there's more to that menu. So users will be able to come along, hover over any one of the top level icons, and then navigate to the page which they want to visit. And obviously your online store will contain different categories, different products, but the functionality can be the same. You can make things as easy as possible for your customers to access. And so there you go. That's how you can create and customize your menu. And that's your main menu. There's also a menu that you can add over here in this section here. It's like a sub menu. I'll show you how to do that as well, just in case you want to do that. So what we're going to have to do is create a new menu using that link here. Name this one top menu. And we want to make this the top menu. The previous one was a primary menu. Okay. Then let's add a couple of items. So let's say checkout, contact us, and my account. And I'll save that. Okay, let's refresh the site to see what it looks like. There you go. You see these sub-menu items, or I should say secondary menu. Obviously, we've already got checkout here, so maybe checkout isn't the best thing to put there. But you get the point. You can configure these in any way you want. You can remove, etc., etc. Okay, now I'll run you through setting up your shipping options. You'll see currently on shipping and handling, it says free shipping and it asks the user to calculate their shipping. I'll show you how to set up your shipping properly. Going back into your dashboard, let's go to WooCommerce settings. And let's go to the shipping tab. Okay, we want to leave enable shipping checked. We want to disable the shipping calculator. And you can leave that enabled if you set up your different contingencies based on location. But for now, let's leave it unchecked. We can go down and you can see that currently the free shipping option has a status of enabled. There are other options such as flat rate shipping, international pickup, local pickup and delivery. So for now, let's leave free shipping as enabled. And we'll also add flat rate. We'll also enable flat rate shipping. So I'll save those changes for now and then go to the flat rate tab. Let's enable that setting. Then let's go down. You can select which countries this particular shipping method will be allowed in, whether it's taxable or not, and then an amount per order. So let's say, for example, shipping is $5. Our flat rate is $5. Then we can go down. You'll see here per order that shipping will be charged for an entire order as a whole. Okay. You can enter a handling fee if you like. And you can also enter add-on rates. But before I do that, I will save changes just so you know what difference this setting makes to our cart page. So there you go. We've got our flat rate, $5, and free shipping enabled. Okay, so now we can go in here and add extra options. And the way to do this is add the name of the option, followed by a space, the pipe symbol, space, the additional cost, and the type of cost. if it's per item or per order. A good example is express shipping. So express shipping often attracts a higher rate. So space, pipe symbol, which is for me under my backspace button on my keyboard, and then enter the extra amount that this particular item will cost the customer. So in this instance, let's say $5 on top of the regular $5 that we set. So it should be $10 in total. And we'll set it per order. Okay, in the next line, let's say same day shipping. Let's say that costs an extra $15 on top of the original $5. And we'll apply that per order as well. So save changes. There you go. You'll see that the different shipping alternatives are offered. You can even change wording. Let's say standard delivery, express delivery, and same day delivery. Perfect. So you'll see these items here. Standard delivery is $5. Express delivery is $5 plus the $5 we entered here. And same day shipping is $5 plus 15, so it's $20. And so your users, your customers will be presented with these options. Now on the free shipping, you can actually set it so that they only get free shipping if they have a coupon for free shipping. So we've got here the title, free shipping, it's enabled. It can say here it requires a minimum order amount or a coupon, or a minimum order amount and a coupon, etc., etc. So you can just set it so that there's a free shipping coupon. It's completely up to you and it's customizable. So you can go in there and set things up exactly how you need them. So let's say minimum order amount and a coupon. Maybe you'll set up a coupon saying free shipping for any purchases over $50. And I'll show you a little bit later how to set up coupons. So I'll save that as 50 for now. Great. You'll see the free shipping is not available because our order total is only 48. But let's say we added something else. And then apply a coupon code, which is our free shipping coupon code. And I know I haven't told you how to do that yet, but I will soon. But once the customer enters that coupon, they'll see this free shipping method available to them. So there you go. That's how you can set up different shipping options for your online store. Alright, you're going to love this next part. I'm going to show you how you can enter or add coupons so that customers can redeem those coupons on your online store. So if you go to WooCommerce and go to coupons, let's add a coupon. Give your coupon a code. So you'll be giving this code out to your customers. Say for this first one, I want to have a free shipping coupon. So let's say shipping 50. And you'll remember a second ago, I set up my free shipping to be free for any orders above $50. So a minimum order and a coupon required above 50. And I set that up a second ago. So let's try and set up a coupon to redeem that. Okay. If it's a free shipping coupon, just check that box there. You can set an expiry date if you need to. And let's click publish. Okay. Now let's select a couple of products and see if this coupon works. Okay, a beanie. Okay, before I add this one to cart, I'll just go to my checkout. So the current order is $28. If I use that coupon code, you'll see the coupon is applied, but the free shipping option isn't available because our order total hasn't hit the $50 minimum. So now if I go ahead and add this t-shirt to cart, there you go, the t-shirt's been applied, and also the free shipping coupon is now showing up. So if I remove that, that free shipping option disappears, but if I enter the coupon, there it is, and the customer can use that and proceed to purchase your products. Okay, so I'll show you another example. Let's say we want to give everyone a summer discount of 25%. So let's say our coupon code is summer sale. For discount type, I'll use it as a cart percentage discount. So let's say we want to give 25% off. You can set an expiry date. You can also enter usage restrictions, so you can apply a minimum spend or a maximum. You can check this box if the coupon cannot be used with any other coupons. And also you can check this one here if the coupon does not include any items that are already on sale. Plus, you can include certain products and you can exclude products. Similarly, you can include certain product categories or exclude certain categories from using this particular coupon here. You can use it and apply it in many different ways. In usage limits, you can limit the amount of times the coupon can be used in total. So let's say for the first 30 times, and then the coupon will become invalid. And you can also limit it to the number of times a particular or a single user can use this particular coupon. So say they can only use it once. You can configure that, and when you're ready, hit publish. Okay, so now when a user goes to their shopping cart and applies that coupon code, there you go, you'll see that the discount is applied to the cart total. Now, if any of these products were on sale and I click this checkbox here, that discount would only apply to full price items, not sale items. So as you can see, it's very flexible. You can use it in any way you want, and it's a great way to run promotions and get your customers excited and interested in purchasing your products at special times of the year. So definitely make use of coupons. Especially if you have email campaigns going out, offer a coupon in the email campaign, maybe 10% off, something like that, just to keep your customers coming back on a regular basis. The power of coupons is really amazing, so make sure you take advantage of that. Now I'm going to explain to you two very important marketing techniques, upselling and cross-selling. These are two very important marketing techniques to persuade your customers to spend more money on your online store. Okay, we'll start with upselling. An example of an upsell is, take for example, we've got two types of jumpers here, a cashmere jumper and a cotton jumper. Now, ignore the fact that the products are a bit different, so this is not the ideal example, but it'll do for now. So pretend these products are pretty much identical, except one's cashmere, one's cotton, and therefore the price difference. When somebody goes to purchase a cotton jumper, you try and upsell them with the cashmere jumper to attempt to get them to spend more. So therefore, the idea of upselling is to persuade the buyer to purchase items where the item that you're trying to persuade them to purchase is of higher value or has a bigger profit margin for you. Just like when you go to a fast food chain, you'll buy burgers and you'll get upsold with fries and a drink because the fries and the drink have a much greater profit margin than the burger. So same concept here. Okay, so let's start with upsells. I'll show you how you can do that from your dashboard. If you go to products and go to all products, okay, so we want for every person that goes to add a cotton jumper in their cart, we want to attempt to upsell them to a cashmere jumper, which is of a higher price. Okay, so what we'll do, go to the cotton jumper, so the item, the original item through which you want to upsell your customers. Then click on linked products. In the upsells box here, you'll see, okay, there's a little bit of information if you hover over the tooltips. Same thing that I just explained to you. And you can search for the item which you want to upsell. Okay, so we've got cashmere jumper in there. And I'll go ahead and update. Alright, so when a customer views this particular product on your store, you'll see that there's a little box here saying you may also like, and therefore recommending the product which you are trying to upsell. So you can do this for as many products as you like, and think strategically when you do this. The next item, cross-sell. Cross-selling occurs when a customer is purchasing an item, say for example, cufflinks, and as well as that item, you recommend another one or two items that complement the original item. So say for example, somebody's purchasing cufflinks. You may want to also recommend purchasing this men's watch. And you can do that for as many items as you want. So you can try and cross-sell 1, 2, 3 items if you like. And I'll show you how to do that. Similar to before, go to the product that you want to offer the cross-sell through. So say for example, for anybody purchasing cufflinks, we want them also to purchase a watch and a tie. So what I'll do, I'll go to cufflinks. I'll go to the links product, and then in cross-sell, let's search for the watch, and also let's search for the tie. Perfect. Okay, so cross-sells do not appear on the product page here. These are just related products, so that's not related to our cross-selling. It happens when we add to cart. So say somebody's added this product to cart, they'll view their cart, and then there's a section here. You may also be interested in a black tie or a men's watch. And you'll see this a lot on sites like Amazon.com or eBay.com. You'll see areas where they say customers who purchase this product also purchase this other product. And so it's a good way to get customers to purchase or spend more money in one transaction. So hopefully they'll come to they'll add cufflinks to the cart. They'll say, okay, I'll pick up a men's watch as well. They'll click on that, add that one to cart as well. It's a great marketing technique used by every single business that I know to try and generate more revenue from their customer base. So go ahead and think strategically, use upselling and cross-selling in the best way for your particular online store, and I assure you, you'll make more money from each sale than if you do not use these features. So take advantage of them. If you have any questions or need my recommendation, definitely leave a comment in the description and I'm happy to help you out. And that is all. I hope I've been able to teach you everything you need to know about how to create an online store. please be kind enough to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel because I'll be putting out more awesome videos very soon into the future. Of course, if you have any questions about anything I taught you in this video, please do leave your questions in the comment area below, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you for watching.